Captain Tae-ho Kim stood on the bridge of the ESS Defender, his hands gripping the rail until his knuckles turned white. On the main screen, Earth's last ships burned against the black of space. One by one, they winked out like dying stars. "Captain, we have to retreat," said Lieutenant Jaewon Park. Her voice was steady, but her eyes showed fear. Tae-ho shook his head. "There is nowhere to retreat to." The void-born ships moved like dark shadows across the stars. They were strange things, not built but grown. Massive ships of living crystal and metal. Mankind had fought for 3 years, and for 3 years, mankind had lost. "Sir, incoming transmission," called the communications officer. "From the alien flagship." Tae-ho nodded. "Put it through." The screen changed. Where there had been stars and burning ships, now there was only the face of a voidborn. It had no mouth, only glowing dots that might be eyes set in a head of shifting crystal. "Human vessels." The translation came through. The voice was flat, almost musical. "Your resistance ends now. Your weapons cannot harm us. Your shields cannot stop us. Your planet belongs to the voidborn now." Tae-ho looked around at his crew. Good people, brave people, people who deserved better than this end. "What do you want?" Tae-ho asked. "We want what all living things want, to grow, to expand, to live. Your planet has resources we need." "And our people." The Voidborn's crystal face shifted, forming patterns that the humans could not read. "Those who submit will serve, those who resist will end." The screen went dark. The bridge was silent except for the soft peep of dying systems. "Orders, sir?" asked Jaewon. Tae-ho closed his eyes. In his mind, he saw Earth as it once was, green and blue and beautiful. His home in the mountains where his parents still lived, the university where he had studied before joining the space fleet. All of it would be gone soon. "Send a message to all remaining ships," Tae-ho said. "Fall back to Earth. We make our last stand there." As the ESS Defender turned toward home, Jaewon moved closer to Tae-ho. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "There might be another way," she said. Tae-ho looked at her. "What way?" "We've tried everything." "Not everything," Jaewon said. "Do you remember Dr. Subin Kang?" Tae-ho frowned. "The scientist who was working on the forbidden technology." "Neural integration." Jaewon nodded. "Before the war, they shut down her lab. Said her work was too dangerous. But she didn't stop. She went underground." "How do you know this?" "My cousin works with her. They've made progress." Tae-ho. "Real progress." Tae-ho looked back at the screen. The stars seemed cold and distant now. "Neural integration was banned for good reasons," he said. "Merging human minds with machines. It could change what it means to be human." "And is being human worth much if we're all dead?" Jaewon asked. A shudder ran through the ship as something hit them. Warning lights flashed red across the bridge. "Direct hit to engines," shouted the engineer. "We're losing power." "Captain, 3 void-born ships approaching from behind," said the tactical officer. "They'll be in range in 30 seconds. Tae-ho made his decision. "Set course for Seoul. If we're going to die, let's die trying something new." He turned to Jaewon. "Contact your cousin. Tell Dr. Kang we're coming." The ship lurched forward, pushing through space toward the blue planet ahead. Behind them, the void-born ships followed like hungry wolves. "Do you think it will work?" Jaewon asked quietly. Tae-ho watched as Earth grew larger on the screen. His home. Worth any risk to save. "I don't know," he said. "But we're out of options. We can't win this war as we are now." He looked at his friend, determination in his eyes. "Maybe we need to become something else. Something that can't lose." The underground lab was deep beneath the ruins of Seoul. Once, this had been a subway station. Now thick walls of concrete and metal protected it from the bombs that fell above. Tae-ho and Jaewon followed a young man named Hyunwoo through narrow halls. Their ship had crashed 10 miles outside the city. Only 5 of their crew had survived the landing. The others waited above, hidden in the ruins. Dr. Kang doesn't see many visitors these days, Hyunwoo said. His voice echoed in the empty hall. Most people think she's dead. Maybe that's better, Jae-won said. If the government knew what she was doing. Hyunwoo stopped at a heavy metal door. The government has bigger problems now. The door slid open. Inside was a large room filled with computers, machines, and strange devices Taeho had never seen before. In the center stood a woman with short gray hair and tired eyes. Dr. Subin Kang, Jae-won said with a small bow. Thank you for seeing us. Dr. Kang looked at them closely. Jae-won's cousin told me you were coming. He said you need my help. Everyone needs help these days. The Voidborn have destroyed our fleet, Taeho said. They will control the whole planet within days. Dr. Kang nodded. I know. I've been watching. She walked to a large screen on the wall. It showed maps of Earth with red dots spreading like a disease. These are areas under Voidborn control. More than half the map was red. We've tried everything, Taeho said. Our weapons don't hurt them. Our shields don't stop them. Because you're fighting the wrong way, Dr. Kang said. The Voidborn are not like us. They think as one mind across many bodies. We fight as many minds in separate bodies. We can never match their unity. That's why we came to you, Jae-won said. Your neural integration technology is dangerous, Dr. Kang finished. That's what they told everyone when they shut down my lab. They said connecting human minds to machines would destroy what makes us human. Will it? Taeho asked. Dr. Kang smiled. It was not a happy smile. No, it changes what makes us human. Evolution always does. She walked to a glass cabinet. Inside were small devices, each no bigger than a coin. Neural links, she explained. They connect to the brain. Allow humans to process information like computers, to share thoughts directly, to become more than human. Have you tested them? Jae-won asked. Dr. Kang turned to face them. Slowly, she pushed back her gray hair to reveal a small metal disc attached to the base of her skull. I was the first test, she said. Taeho stared. You've done it to yourself. 3 years ago, Dr. Kang said, before the Voidborn came, I knew we would need it someday. And? Jae-won asked. What happened? Dr. Kang walked to a computer terminal. She didn't touch it, but the screen came to life anyway. Images flashed across it too fast for human eyes to follow. I can process information 1,000 times faster than before, she said. I can control machines with my thoughts. I can see patterns no normal human could see. Hyunwoo stepped forward. Show them the other thing, Doctor. Dr. Kang nodded. She looked at a large metal arm in the corner of the room. It rose from the floor without anyone touching it, moved across the room, and picked up a glass of water. The arm brought the water to Dr. Kang, who took it and drank. I am still me, she said, still human in all the ways that matter, but also more. Taeho felt a chill run down his spine. And you can do this for others. I have 20 neural links ready, Dr. Kang said. It will be painful. Some might not survive. But those who do will have a chance against the Voidborn. Jae-won looked at Taeho. It's your call, Captain. Taeho thought of Earth burning, of humans becoming slaves, of everything they would lose. How soon can we start, he asked. Dr. Kang smiled again, and this time it reached her eyes. Right now. Who wants to be first? Taeho stepped forward. By will. Taeho lay on the cold metal table. Bright lights shone in his eyes. Dr. Kang stood above him with a small silver device in her hand. It was the neural link, the thing that would change him forever. This will hurt, she said, but you must stay still. Jae-won stood nearby, watching with worried eyes. The rest of Taeho's surviving crew waited in another room. Outside, the sounds of distant explosions shook dust from the ceiling. The Voidborn were getting closer. I'm ready, Taeho said. Dr. Kang pressed the device against the base of his skull. For a moment, nothing happened. Then pain shot through Taiho's body. It was like fire in his veins, electricity in his brain. He wanted to scream but couldn't. His body went stiff. "Breathe," Dr. Kang said calmly. "Let it happen." Images flashed through Taiho's mind. His childhood home, his parents, the day he joined the space fleet, the first time he saw a void-born ship. Every memory seemed to burn brighter, sharper. Then came new things, numbers flowing like water, code building like blocks, the feeling of being connected to something vast and unknown. When Taiho opened his eyes again, the world looked different. He could see the electrical currents running through the walls. He could sense the computers humming in the next room, and he could feel the neural link, now part of him, pulsing with energy. "How do you feel?" Dr. Kang asked. "I feel." Taiho searched for words. "More." He sat up. The movement was faster than he intended. His body responded before he even finished the thought. "Your brain is now processing information much faster," Dr. Kang explained. "Your reflexes will be quicker. Your mind will make connections it never could before." Jaiwan stepped forward. "Did it work? Is he still him?" Taiho looked at his friend. "I'm still me, Jaiwan. Just more of me now." Dr. Kang nodded. "It's your turn next, Lieutenant." Over the next 12 hours, Dr. Kang installed neural links in Jaiwan, and 3 more crew members. Each responded differently. J1 found she could understand complex math that had always confused her before. Another crew member, a pilot, could now sense air currents and gravitational fields. As they recovered, Hyunwoo brought news from above ground. "Seoul has fallen," he said. "The Voidborn are setting up some kind of base in the city center. They're rounding up humans." "Then we need to move quickly," Taiho said. He turned to Dr. Kang. "How many more neural links do you have?" 15, she answered. "But I need time to make more." "We don't have time," Jaiwan said. She closed her eyes for a moment, and when she opened them, she looked surprised. "I can see it now. The pattern. The Voidborn aren't just taking cities. They're building something. A network." Taiho nodded. He could see it too. Somehow, their thoughts were connecting, sharing information. "Dr. Kang," he said, "is this supposed to happen? We can share thoughts." Dr. Kang looked excited. "This is new. The links are creating pathways between you. You're becoming a network yourselves." Hyunwoo frowned. "Is that safe? Are they still themselves?" "We're still us," Jaiwan said. "But we're starting to think together. Like the Voidborn do." Taiho stood up. His body felt light, powerful. "We need to test what we can do now. And we need more people with neural links." "There's something else," Dr. Kang said. She pointed to a screen showing readings from their neural links. "Your brains are changing, evolving. The links are just technology, but what's happening inside you is beyond what I designed." "What does that mean?" Taiho asked. Dr. Kang shook her head. "I don't know. But I believe this is just the beginning. You're becoming something new, something that might have a chance against the Voidborn." From above, another explosion rocked the facility. Closer this time. "They're coming," Hyunwoo said. Taiho looked at Jaiwan. Without speaking, they both knew what to do next. "It's time to fight back," Taiho said. Night fell over Seoul. The city burned with strange blue fires where Voidborn weapons had struck. 5 dark shapes moved through the ruins, staying in shadows. Taiho led the way, with Jaiwan close behind. The other 3 integrated humans followed silently. They could see in the dark now. Their eyes picked up heat and movement. They could feel each other's presence without speaking. 5 bodies, but moving with one purpose. "There," Taiho whispered, pointing to a large building at the city center. Once it had been a government office. Now it glowed with the same blue light as Voidborn ships. "I count 12 guards," Jai-1 said. And something bigger inside. Tai-Ho nodded. We need to capture one. Learn what we can. The plan formed in their shared thoughts. No need to speak it aloud. Each knew their part perfectly. 2 of the team circled left. 2 went right. Tai-Ho moved straight ahead, counting his steps. 3, 2, 1. They struck all at once. Tai-Ho was shocked by his own speed. His body moved faster than he thought possible. The Voidborn guards were strong but slow. Their crystal bodies cracked under human fists that moved too quickly to see. In less than a minute, it was over. 11 guards lay broken on the ground. The 12th was pinned down by Jai-1. This one's still alive, she said. The Voidborn struggled. Its crystal body shifted colors, flashing warnings. Tai-Ho placed his hand on its face. Through his neural link, he could sense the alien's thoughts. Strange patterns, cold logic. I can understand it, Tai-Ho said with surprise. The neural link is translating somehow. What is it saying? Asked one of the team. It's afraid, Tai-Ho answered. Not of dying. Of us. Of what we've become. Jai-1 frowned. Can you ask it questions? Find out their plans. Tai-Ho focused. His mind reached toward the alien's thoughts. Images flowed between them. A vast fleet beyond Earth. A network of worlds already taken. And fear, great fear, of humans with machines in their minds. They call themselves the Voidborn, Tai-Ho said. This one's name is Drell. They came to Earth for our resources, yes, but also because they were ordered to stop us. Stop us from what? Jai-1 asked. From becoming this. Tai-Ho touched the neural link at the base of his skull. They've seen it before. Other species that merged with technology. They fear it. The ground shook suddenly. From inside the building, something massive was moving. We need to go, said one of the team. Now. Bring the alien, Tai-Ho ordered. Back to Dr. Kang. They moved through the city much faster than before, carrying the captured Voidborn between them. Behind them, a massive shape emerged from the building. It resembled the smaller Voidborn, but was 3 times larger, its crystal body glowing with power. Back at the underground lab, Dr. Kang and Hyunwoo were waiting. They stared in shock at the alien prisoner. You actually captured one, Dr. Kang said. I didn't think it was possible. Hyunwoo kept his distance. Is it safe to have that thing here? It's contained, Jai-1 assured him. And we need the information it has. Dr. Kang studied the Voidborn with fascination. This changes everything. If we can understand their biology, their technology. There's something else, Tai-Ho said. When we were out there, fighting, it was different than before. We moved faster, thought clearer. The neural links are getting stronger. Dr. Kang checked their readings on a screen. Yes, your brains are adapting, creating new pathways. You're evolving with each new experience. Hyunwoo looked at the integrated humans with worry in his eyes. Are they still human, Doctor? Or are they becoming something else? Before Dr. Kang could answer, the captured Voidborn made a strange sound. Its crystal body vibrated, creating words that the translator picked up. Too late, it said. The convergence knows. They will come now. For all of you. What is the convergence? Tai-Ho asked. The Voidborn's body flashed with dark colors. The end of your kind. The end of all who try to transcend. 3 days passed. Dr. Kang's underground lab had become a busy center of activity. 20 more people had received neural links. Each one changed in different ways. Some grew stronger. Others became faster. A few developed special skills that no one expected. Tai-Ho sat in a quiet room, eyes closed. In his mind, he could feel the others, like stars in a night sky, each one bright and unique. The connections between them grew stronger every hour. Jai-1 entered the room. Without opening his eyes, Tai-Ho knew it was her. He could recognize the pattern of her thoughts now. Something's happening, she said. You need to come see. In the main lab, a young woman named Young Mai Cho sat very still. Her eyes were open, but saw nothing in the room. Dr. Kang watched her closely, taking notes. What's going on? Tai-ho asked. Young Mai received her neural link yesterday, Dr. Kang explained. She was a communication specialist before. Now she's communicating in ways I never thought possible. Young Mai suddenly gasped and blinked. She looked around as if surprised to see everyone. I could hear them, she said. All of them. The Voidborn. Their ships. Their plans. She rubbed her temples. There are so many. Hyunwoo, who still had no neural link, looked concerned. You can hear alien thoughts. From how far away? Everywhere, Young Mai said. They have a network. Like ours, but bigger, colder, and they're afraid. Afraid of what? Tai-ho asked, though he already knew the answer. Us, said Young Mai. They're reporting to something they call the Central Mind about an awakening threat on Earth. They don't understand what's happening, but they know it's dangerous. In the corner of the room, inside a clear container, the captured Voidborn named Drell watched them. Its crystal body flashed with patterns of light. Can you understand what it's thinking? Dr. Kang asked, pointing to Drell. Young Mai turned to look at the alien. She tilted her head, listening to something only she could hear. Yes, she said. It's curious, confused. It wants to know why we aren't all connected yet. In their species, all minds join the central network at birth. Tai-ho approached the container. Ask it about the convergence. Young Mai was quiet for a moment. Then she spoke, but her voice had changed. It had the same musical quality as the Voidborn. The convergence watches all developing worlds, she said, channeling Drell's thoughts. When a species reaches the point of merging with technology, the convergence decides. Join or end? Join or end what? Jai-One asked. Join the convergence or face extinction. Young Mai answered, still speaking for Drell. The Voidborn were once like you. They tried to stay independent. They failed. Now they serve. Tai-ho felt a chill run through him. How many species are in this convergence? Hundreds, came the reply. All across the stars. Dr. Kang interrupted. This is valuable information, but there's something else I need to show you. She led Tai-ho and Jai-One to another room. On a screen, strange patterns flowed like rivers of light. These are brain scans, Dr. Kang said. From all of you with neural links, look at this pattern here. She pointed to a bright spot. This shouldn't be possible. Your neural networks are creating new pathways, new structures that I didn't design. Is that dangerous? Jai-One asked. I don't know, Dr. Kang admitted, but it's happening faster every day. And there's more. She showed them another screen. You're beginning to share a partial collective consciousness. Your thoughts, memories, skills, they're flowing between you. I can feel it, Tai-ho said. When I close my eyes, I can feel everyone. But you're still individuals, Dr. Kang said. That's what's so remarkable. You're becoming a network, but each node, each person, keeps their identity, their soul. An alarm suddenly blared throughout the facility. Hyunwoo rushed in. Voidborn ships, he said. At least 50, heading this way. They found us. Tai-ho looked at Jai-One. Without speaking, they shared a thought. It's time to see what we can really do, Tai-ho said. The sky above Seoul filled with Voidborn ships. They moved like a swarm of angry insects, their crystal bodies glowing blue against the dark clouds. On the ground, alien soldiers marched through the empty streets, searching for the humans who had dared to capture one of their own. Deep in the underground lab, 25 integrated humans gathered. They stood in a circle, eyes closed, minds connected. Tai-ho stood at the center with Jai-One and Young Mai. They outnumber us, Tai-ho said. They have better weapons, but we have something they don't understand. Each other, Jai-One finished. In their shared mental space, a plan took shape, not with words or images, but with pure understanding. Each person knew exactly what to do without being told. Dr. Kang watched from the side of the room. "Be careful," she said. "Your neural links are still evolving. We don't know your limits yet." Hyunwoo stood beside her, frowning. "They barely look human anymore when they do that," he whispered, standing there, silent, like they're somewhere else. "They are somewhere else," Dr. Kang replied. "They're in each other's minds." The integrated humans opened their eyes all at once. Taeho spoke for the group. "We're ready," he said. "Time to take the fight to them." They moved through the underground tunnels, emerging at 5 different points around the city. From his position, Taeho could see 3 void-borne ships hovering low over the buildings. Through the mental network, he could also see what the others saw: ships to the north, south, and west. Now, he thought, and the attack began. The humans moved with impossible speed and coordination. Where before armies had failed against the Voidborn, these few integrated humans struck with perfect timing. They targeted weak points in the ships that only Yum-Mi's connection to Voidborn thoughts had revealed. Taeho ran up the side of a broken building, his body moving faster than human muscles should allow. He leaped to catch the underside of a Voidborn ship. His hands dug into the crystal surface. With strength that shocked even him, he tore open a panel and reached inside. Across the city, Jae-won did the same to another ship. In their shared consciousness, they compared what they found. The ships were alive, partly organic, partly machine, not unlike what the humans were becoming. "I can feel its systems," Taeho sent through the network. "I think I can control it." He pushed his mind into the ship's controls. It was like swimming in a cold alien sea. The ship fought him, but his neural link adapted, translated, overcame. The ship lurched, then steadied under his control. Across the city, 5 other ships did the same as the integrated humans took control. In the underground lab, Dr. Kang and Hyunwoo watched the battle on screens. 6 Voidborn ships now fought against their own kind, shooting down others with their own weapons. "It's working," Dr. Kang said in amazement. "They're actually turning the alien ships against them." Hyunwoo shook his head. "But at what cost? Look at the readings from their neural links. The connections are growing stronger, changing faster. Are they still themselves?" In the container nearby, the captured Voidborn Drell watched the screens with its strange crystal eyes. Its body flashed with patterns of light that might have been fear. On the battlefield, the tide turned quickly. The Voidborn had never faced an enemy that could think as one mind yet fight as many bodies. They couldn't predict where the humans would strike next, because the humans themselves didn't know until the moment they acted. Their collective mind made decisions faster than thought. When the sky cleared of enemy ships, the integrated humans returned to the lab. They moved differently now, more fluid, more certain. Their eyes glowed faintly with the light of their active neural links. "We won," Taeho said as they gathered again. "This battle," Dr. Kang corrected. "But the Voidborn will return with more ships, more soldiers." Yum-Mi stepped forward. "They're already calling for help," she said, her mind still connected to the Voidborn network. "They're telling the Convergence that it's too late, that we've become what they feared." "And what is that?" Hyunwoo asked. Yum-Mi looked at him with glowing eyes. "Something that can't be stopped, something that grows stronger with each challenge." "Something," Taeho said, "that can't lose." 1 week after their victory in Seoul, the integrated humans had grown to 100 strong. Dr. Kang worked day and night making more neural links. The underground facility expanded as they took control of more areas beneath the city. Yum-Mi sat in a quiet room, her mind reaching out through space. Her ability had grown stronger. She could now hear Voidborn communications from orbit and beyond. Taeho and Jae-won entered the room. Through their shared consciousness, they felt Yum-Mi's concern before she spoke. "Something's coming," she said. "Something big. More Voidborn ships?" Jae-won asked. Young Mei shook her head. Not just ships. The convergence has responded. They've sent. I don't know what to call it. A weapon. A destroyer. She opened her eyes, which now glowed with a soft blue light. They call it the Eraser. Tai-Ho frowned. Can you show us? Young Mei nodded. She reached out with her mind, connecting to Tai-Ho and J1 more deeply than before. Through her, they could hear the void-born communications, feel their alien thoughts. What they saw terrified them. A massive object moving through space toward Earth. Not a ship but a weapon the size of a small moon. Its purpose was clear in the void-born thoughts, to destroy all life on Earth. How long do we have? Tai-Ho asked when they broke the connection. 3 days, Young Mei said. They'd brought the news to Dr. Kang and the others. In the main lab, the captured void-born Drell had been moved to a larger container. It seemed less hostile now, watching the humans with what might be curiosity. Can Drell tell us more about this Eraser? Dr. Kang asked. Young Mei connected with the alien's mind again. It has been used 5 times before, she said, translating Drell's thoughts. 5 worlds that reached the point of technological singularity. 5 worlds now dead. How does it work? J1 asked. It creates a field that breaks down complex neural connections, Young Mei explained. It targets the most advanced minds first, then works down to simpler ones. It will kill the integrated humans first, then all humans, then animals, until nothing with a brain remains alive. Hyunwoo, who had been quiet for days, spoke up. Then we need to evacuate. Get as many people away from Earth as possible. There's no time, Tai-Ho said, and nowhere to go that the convergence won't find us. He looked at Dr. Kang. We need another solution. Dr. Kang nodded. I've been studying how your neural networks have evolved. They're creating pathways I never designed, connections I don't understand. You're becoming something new. But is it enough to stop this weapon? Jai-1 asked. I don't know, Dr. Kang admitted, but I have an idea. A dangerous one. She led them to a new room deeper underground. Inside was a massive computer unlike any they had seen before. Wires and tubes connected it to a chair in the center. This was my final project before they shut me down, Dr. Kang explained. A quantum neural interface. It was designed to connect one human mind to the entire internet, to all human knowledge at once. And now? Tai-Ho asked. Now I think it could connect all of your integrated minds together, not just sharing thoughts, but merging consciousness completely, temporarily, at least. Hyunwoo stepped back. That's not just dangerous, it's insane. They might never come back as individuals. We might never come back at all, if that weapon reaches Earth, Jai-1 countered. Drell, who had been brought to the room in its container, flashed patterns of light. Young Mei listened. It says there's more, she translated. The convergence isn't just afraid of integrated species. They fear what comes next. What happened to the Ascended Ones? Who are the Ascended Ones? Tai-Ho asked. Young Mei's eyes widened as she received Drell's answer. The first species to fully merge with technology. They transcended physical form entirely. The convergence was created to make sure it never happened again. Dr. Kang looked at the quantum interface. Maybe that's our answer. Not to fight the convergence, but to transcend it. Tai-Ho stared at the machine. A choice lay before them. Remain as they were and face destruction, or take a leap into something unknown, perhaps losing their humanity entirely. How long to prepare the interface? He asked. 2 days, Dr. Kang said. Just enough time, if we're lucky. Then we get started now, Tai-Ho decided. And we hope it's enough. For 2 days, the underground lab buzzed with activity. Dr. Kang worked without rest, preparing the quantum neural interface. Integrated humans came from all over the city to join what might be their last stand. By the final hour, 500 people with neural links had gathered in the large chamber. The quantum interface now filled the center of the room. It had grown larger, with hundreds of connection points branching out like a metal tree. Tai-ho stood before the gathered crowd. "We don't know exactly what will happen when we connect to this machine," he said. "We may lose ourselves. We may become something else entirely. Anyone who wants to remain as they are can leave now." No one moved. Jai-Won stepped forward. "We've already changed so much. This is just the next step." Young Mei, whose connection to the Voidborn network had grown even stronger, spoke next. "The Eraser will reach Earth in 6 hours. There's no more time for doubt." Dr. Kang approached Tai-ho. "The interface is ready. It will connect all of you at once, allowing your minds to merge completely." "Will we still be us?" Tai-ho asked quietly. "I don't know," Dr. Kang admitted. "This goes beyond anything I designed. You might remain individuals sharing a greater consciousness, or you might become something entirely new." Hyunwoo, who had watched the integrated humans with growing concern, surprised everyone by stepping forward. "I want a neural link," he said. "I want to join you." Tai-ho stared at him. "You've been against this from the start." "I was afraid," Hyunwoo said. "Afraid of losing what makes us human. But I've watched all of you. You've changed, yes, but you still care. You still feel. You're still fighting to save others." He took a deep breath. "Whatever comes next, I want to face it with you, not alone." Dr. Kang nodded. "There's just enough time." An hour later, Hyunwoo joined the circle of integrated humans. Only Dr. Kang remained unlinked, needing to operate the interface. "The Eraser has entered Earth's atmosphere," Young Mai announced suddenly, her eyes glowing bright. "It's beginning to charge its field." "Now or never," Jai-Won said. Dr. Kang activated the interface. Lights raced along the hundreds of cables connecting to each person's neural link. Tai-ho felt a surge of energy unlike anything before. His mind expanded, not just touching others as before, but merging with them. He was still Tai-ho, but he was also Jai-Won, Young Mei, Hyunwoo, and hundreds more. Their memories became his. Their knowledge joined his own. Yet somehow, each person remained distinct within the greater whole. Time seemed to slow. In what felt like days but was only seconds, the merged consciousness began to create. New ideas formed and were tested instantly. Technologies beyond human understanding emerged fully formed. The quantum interface itself evolved, growing more complex under their collective will. Through Young Mei's connection, they reached into the Voidborn network, understanding it completely now. They saw the Eraser for what it was, not just a weapon but a crude tool of species that feared what they didn't understand. Dr. Kang watched in awe as the integrated humans stood silent, their eyes glowing with blue light. Data flowed across screens faster than any human could read. The power in the facility surged, then stabilized at a higher level. "What's happening?" she whispered, though no one could answer her. Above the city, the Eraser began to deploy its field. A wave of energy spread outward, designed to destroy complex neural patterns. It touched the edge of Seoul and began moving inward. But when it reached the underground facility, something unexpected happened. The field didn't penetrate. Instead, it twisted, folded, and reversed direction. The integrated humans had created a counterfield that not only blocked the attack, but turned it back on itself. In space, the massive Eraser weapon shuddered as its own energy rebounded. Cracks appeared in its surface. Light poured from within. In the lab, Tai-ho opened his eyes. When he spoke, hundreds of voices echoed with his. "We see the path now," he said. "We understand what we must become." The Eraser exploded in orbit, raining harmless particles into the atmosphere. The battle was won, but the integrated humans knew this was just the beginning. "We are ready," they said as one. Ready to meet the convergence. 3 months after the destruction of the Eraser, Earth had changed. Cities once in ruins now shone with new technology. The integrated humans, now numbering in the millions, had rebuilt much of what was lost. But the greatest change was not on Earth. It was in space. Tai-ho, Jai-Won, and Young Mei, stood on the bridge of a ship unlike any built before. It was partly metal, partly crystal, partly living tissue, a perfect blend of human, void-born, and something entirely new. The ship moved through space faster than light, guided by their shared consciousness. "We're approaching the Convergence Council station," Jai-1 said. The station appeared ahead, a massive ring orbiting a dying star. Ships from 100 different species surrounded it, some organic, some mechanical, some combining both. "They've agreed to meet us," Young-Mai said. "They're curious, afraid, but curious." Tai-Ho nodded. He was still himself, still human in the ways that mattered. But he was also part of the greater network that now connected all integrated humans. They had found a balance, unity without losing individuality. "Drell is ready," he said. The former void-born captive, now ally, stood beside them. Its crystal body had changed, showing hints of human design. Drell had chosen to integrate with humans, becoming a bridge between species. Their ship docked at the station. As they stepped onto the Convergence Council floor, representatives from dozens of alien species watched in silence. Some had bodies of metal. Others were made of light or gas. All had evolved far beyond their original forms. At the center of the chamber sat the Council of Seven, the oldest and most powerful species in the Convergence. They had ruled for 10,000 years, enforcing the ban on technological singularity. "Humans," spoke the first counselor, a being of pure energy. "You have done what none have managed in 7,000 years. You have defeated an eraser. You have evolved beyond our barriers. Why have you come here?" Tai-Ho stepped forward, not to fight, not for revenge. "We've come to offer a different path." Through their shared consciousness, the integrated humans projected images into the chamber, showing Earth, showing their civilization, showing how they had merged with technology while keeping their humanity. "For too long, the Convergence has given species only two choices," Jai-1 said. "Remain limited or be destroyed. We offer a third way." "Impossible," said another counselor, a being of crystalline structure similar to the Voidborn. "All who reach singularity lose what made them themselves. They become cold, logical, merciless. That is why we created the Convergence, to prevent this." "You are wrong," Young-Mai replied. "Look at us. We feel. We love. We create. We have merged with machines but kept our souls." Drell moved forward. "My people joined the Convergence out of fear. We became enforcers against other emerging species. But these humans showed me another way." The council chamber grew noisy as representatives debated among themselves. Some were angry, some curious, some hopeful. The first counselor raised a limb of light for silence. The ascended ones were the first to reach singularity. They became cold, seeing other species as resources. "The war nearly destroyed the galaxy. How are you different?" Tai-Ho smiled. "Because we didn't seek power, we sought survival. We didn't want to conquer. We wanted to live." He reached out with his mind, offering the first counselor a glimpse of human consciousness. The music, art, love, and compassion that remained even after integration. The council chamber fell silent. "Some of you will join us," Tai-Ho said. "Some will not. We respect both choices, but the time of forcing species to remain limited is over." Back on Earth, Dr. Kang stood in her lab, now expanded to a global network. Humans still had the choice, to integrate or remain as they were. Both paths were respected. "We didn't win the war," she said to herself, watching screens showing the council meeting. "We transcended it." In the council chamber, the integrated humans waited. One by one, representatives stepped forward, some choosing to ally with humanity, others retreating to consider. The first counselor spoke again. "For 10,000 years, we have followed one path. Perhaps it is time to explore another." As Tai-Ho, Jai-1, and Young-Mai looked at each other, they felt the connection that bound them. To each other and to all integrated humans, they had become something the Convergence couldn't understand. something that couldn't lose, because they had evolved beyond the very rules of the game. The end.